result in 2 in a row with the Brewmaster going down as well.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And since the Morphling is chosen to have impact, make an appearance this early, Sven has actually been having a really hard time. I like Kingdom's approach to shut down that big carry that's just waiting for the timing where he can 1v5 the entire enemy team. And Morphling is usually the same carry, but if your opponent has the harder one with better farm, just run at him, prevent him from farming. That's the way to go. I mean, Kingdom hasn't died for it yet. And even if he will, Sven has lost so much farm to these Morphlings. Gonna be the task going down to the Pugna with ease. The wall gets dropped and Sven is doing out so much damage. In come the Mortimer's kisses. Setting up a return to the Dragon. The Queen of Pain is there. Would love to get a kill on the Pugna. Pugna really struggling for his life. No more stuns, but as there's no more stuns, it's too late still. Cast that life drain. Get himself back up to full health. Pugna is really good at those clutches, but
Radiant's top tower.
That's also why LBZS just threw all of their nukes at him. The Sven did go down though, which could end up making the game really hard. It's now kind of in the Queen of Pain's court here to make space to secure back a lead before Black are finally firmly in charge of this game. And I mean, she's gonna go for that Orchid. She does have an ultimate available. But look at Kingdom once again, just running at this. All he knows is disrupting the enemy carry's farm. And even if Morphling loses out on a lot of gold himself, even if he ends up falling behind a ton against the Sven, Sven has one time hit or miss. You as a Morphling are always gonna keep scaling. Eventually you're gonna turn into that Sven. Hell, you can even turn into Dragon Knight if you want some fun. I know that sounds like a meme, but just imagine Morphling with a crap ton of like health regen, armor, and then that Dragon Tail on. You just like waveform it, people Dragon Tail them. And you got a free kill. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still one of the weakest stunners in all of those that you can morph into with an Aghanims, but if this game were to go 60 minutes, you can get yourself a guaranteed stun for every team side, and that alone makes Morphling very competitive to the Sven here. Sven, meanwhile, trying to fuck up again, but oh boy, with the ultimate gotta run at Morphling, but quickly realizes he cannot take this fight. Morphling, however, does not quite have the mana to chase, and not quite the damage to finish up the Sven there. Man, that was a fun little brawl. I would have loved for either one to die there, but nope, it's always the kill though. Look, it's gotta be the Queen of Pain. Getting caught near the Roche pit. There wasn't even a ward or anything. She just happened to run right into 2 people. Oh man, this game is so chaotic, but Black seemed to be firmly in charge. They had finally managed to shut down that Sven. Only killed him once, which, yeah, it isn't a big deal, but the Morphling constantly running at him, constantly denying his farm, even at the cost of his own gold. It's doing so much work for Black, who now have a good amount of objective gold to work with, which they're only gonna try further. Over on the bottom lane, 3 people going on the Darkseer who would have really liked this kill, but guess what? Sven is gonna die. Darkseer just makes his way back through the wall. Pugna, who's sitting on top of that work, could be going down for this, is taking 2 gloves, 3 gloves, 4 gloves, takes the average with the nice heal onto the Pugna. The Queen of Pain has to drop. It's still gonna be a kill on the Pugna. Abbott decides to stick around. Even ultimate. And Podek shields up, trying to kill a pet cube.
Radiant's top tower.
Abbott didn't get any healing out of that ultimate. That means 3 for 1. Still not the worst 3 for 1 since Morph starts farming. Sven got down, but it also means that Black won't be advancing their gold worth lead here anytime soon. They have to be careful if this Morph gets caught in the enemy triangle. It could be devastating. Both teams just need to keep their carries alive. Play the waiting game. Morph is gonna get sized, is gonna get stunned, and that is him going down quite quickly. He is opting for that first item, Lincoln's Sphere, which I'm usually quite against, but you just saw why it could be a quintessential item here. If you get gone, you're just instant dead. There is nothing you could do to respond to a Queen of Pain Blink Orchid, unless she still has to turn a little bit. If she has to turn like a third of a rotation, you're truly like top 500 of the world Morph players or something. You can waveform. You can actually waveform, start morphing during the waveform, and then survive the Orchid that way. But only if the Queen of Pain blinks in a way that she does not have to turn to face you. If she
Dire's top
plays in a way that she
tower
straight
is
up
under
looks
attack.
at, there's no turn time and you're gonna go down. Man, I want to see some more of those clutch plays.
Radiant's bottom
It's
tower
always
is
such
under
good
attack.
stuff. It's not gonna be big
Dire's
play
top
here,
tower
it's gonna be
has
kept you dying. It's a tier 1
Radiant structures
tower. It's gonna be trade for a tier 2 tower with Kingdom on the
Radiant's
Morphling now having to run
bottom
for
tower is
his
under
life. He's gonna get Cinder. The kisses keep flying in 2 seconds. Oh man, Morphling should just work back and forth. He had one shot to go agility from one. And
Radiant's bottom tower has
but
fallen.
I don't know. I think Kingdom's insane Morphling game here just goes to show Team Black's strength and weakness. Since, you know, they make those ultra high skill last second waveform dodges, those amazing out positioning plays on the Sven where you just deny all of his farm. But at the end of the day, he goes down to a little misplay that a 3K player could have made. Just because he felt like he was safe and didn't need to, you know, risk getting controlled by a blob while walking back and forth. But Team Black, a lot of the time, they feel just, you know, too afraid to take risks, really get the big rewards out of it. Now Snapfire is gonna get caught, all the while Darkseer gets ran down. Looks like people.
Is under attack.
Xiaofu getting ran at still, but the damage isn't really there.
Radiant's current has
Nice courier snipe for the Pugna. Pugna could be going down for that one. Nice spotted shield save. The team is gonna be interrupted. Wait, was that the Snapfire Aghanim's? Yes, Snapfire Aghanim's already coming out here. 17-minute mark. So this is actually the timing for LBZS. As now got himself Echo Saber as well, in addition to the Mask of Matt. He's finally starting to right click for some proper amount of damage. And then he's just dead. Nothing he can do. But Morph. I mean, it's all about the morphing. Who's gonna go for an Ethereal Blade? But honestly, while the Ethereal Blade may shut down the immediate threat of Sven, it will also mean that Morpher gets a lot harder of a time damaging speed. For now, the damage is definitely there. If you connect the wall, that Sven Illu just dishing out so much damage. In comes the Queen of Pain ult. And the walls still dropping the Illus, of which very few seem to... Okay, now the Sven Illu doing right clicks again. Look at how much damage this is from the Illus adding up. Also contributing to the equation here, but Sven with the ultimate missed cleaving down 1, cleaving down 2, and the Sven did die into the damage over time there. If the Sven would have been, this would have been like devastating for Team Black. It's still a very poor fight. 2 for 1, even if it is the Sven. But I guess at least Morphing is fine. It's starting to get online. That's, you know, a pretty good constellation right here. Even has some stacks to farm near the 20-minute mark. Abaddon also just dropped an insanely good item. That Philosopher's Stone may allow him to, some point or another in the game, finally get that Aghanims for borrowed time. Because the thing is, there's not gonna be Silver Edge anytime soon. You're not gonna get your ult broken. And you're not gonna contribute anything either in the fight other than like one big purge, maybe 2. I think it's a strong, yeah, it's a strong dispel, alright. So you're 2 walking strong dispels in the late game, plus maybe a slim chance of getting a burst off. So with your ultimate, you'll actually like triple your impact at the very least with a draft like this. Meanwhile, the Pugna starting to lose, starting to fall off a little bit. Did go for the Dagon build to just maximize that damage range, make sure you buy more of all the space in the world, and it could be working out, but...
What surge is this?
Team Black, they... I don't know, it feels like they're playing this too by the book to me. Right now, this is really looking better for LBZS. Of course, LBZS are gonna have a hard time finishing this. Team Black have a hard time finding enough damage for the kills. We saw it in the last fight with perfect 3-man wall and a ton of Illu damage onto everyone. This time around we see it again where Team Black have just about dropped all of their resources. Now the split comes up and they're being ran at. Morph still dishing out a ton of damage, chasing down the Queen of Pain. Snapfire is there for a little bit of help. Cat U is still gonna go down. I don't get why LBZS didn't really disengage from that wall. They decided to say, screw it, we're gonna take this fight. Since Black, they're falling off. Black falling off in terms of damage, LBZS falling off in terms of big fight turning abilities. So both of these teams are gonna have to take these it's a lot longer, makes things a lot more kite heavy. Except for the Sven, who probably after BK, well, he's already looking to prevent hiding after BKB, how probably just gonna pick up an interceptor.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I don't know. I'm happy I didn't bet on this game, guys. I can tell you that much for sure. Maybe some of you actually have a better assessment of this game, or seeing something I don't, which, you know, kind of makes you sure who's going to win, but I am definitely so split on the issue. What is this Queen of Pain damage to the Dragon Knight? Dragon Knight has to run for his life here. Arctic is gonna come on in, but all he does is prevent the Dragon Knight from getting banked on. Scream of Pain to death. Well, Scream of Pain plus Dagger to death, I guess. Queen of Pain now opting for a BKB. That double BKB time is gonna be important for LBZS. It will allow them to fight really well for a little while, but after that, once the BKBs start to get shorter, they could definitely find themselves in some hot waters.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Okay, here we go. Gobble, tossing it, Sven, killing off the hook now. Abaddon. Be the next target here. Yeah, with that armor reduction, he just gets freaking two-shot by Sven. Oh man, this damage output is ridiculous, but now LBZS, they found their even have to activate BKBs there, which is even better. But now they will get them top 3 rows, one way or another, even if Black will just be BKBs activated and with that, you know. Yeah. But it's even be a contestation as the Rashad falls. Nice gold, a much needed one at that. Queen of Pain got herself the Aegis morphing. Still 600 gold away from that. Feral Blade, but at this point we saw the Dragon Knight killed off. Yesterday we saw Black also not come up live in time with their morphling. So today, same thing could very well happen to them if they're not careful. Both Sven and Pain have revealed their first big BKBs. Queen of Pain still getting ran down by the Illusion Army, which at least manages to take away the Eagle so far. Pugna now getting turned on. They can't quite get the boulder toss. Abaddon, not the target that LBZS want to here. They just want the tower, I think. Instead, it's not a Queen of Pain dying though. Comes in, throws out the ultimate. This is what I said about the Queen of Pain. Them falling off, and while she should perhaps at this point consider picking some kind of right pick damage, but Team Black, they seem to be the first to realize how much you gotta pack, how careful in defense you gotta play these fights. Only fight your enemies if you don't have any big ults available. The tasks realize you have just picked up. But it comes Pugna from the back with a Dagon. Sven able to teleport out as there is no interrupt rotated in. But the more getting the shot from Snapfire and Bob does a kill there. And like I said, I'm just happy I did not bet on this. And I feel really well. I guess getting an imperfect seed to feel what he bet for, but this game is my nerves to take. I'm not gonna lie. All that worth-wise, it's just been comes back and forth. No team ever going past that 4 or 5k lead. I think it's 4.
Radiant's middle tower
Queen of
is under
Pain
attack.
aces the power of the morphing shotgun. Both these carries have kind of hit there. One big
Radiant's middle
Sven would
has fallen.
to initiate, hit 2 or 3 people with the cleave, but won't really be to them here. Gonna be them here for getting assault, but Team Black is coming the double combo. Getting the Pugna without Pugna being able to do anything in the fight. Now the next target is gonna be the Darkseer. Darkseer is gonna go down next. Maybe not quite, nope. But Evident goes down as well as the Darkseeker. 3-for-1 there. The gobble when it comes to Tiger defense still unbeatable. Now we have initiated from the morph and the Sven who really just want to take the Sven to make sure the enemy can't push. Sven is up all the only real building hitter, but guess what? Fourth is gonna lose both Sven and then morphing, and that means trying to prevent GG, potential GG, which I would say. There's still tier 2 standing on all the lanes, but I don't know, 2k gold lead for the side of LBZS already. Oh man, Kingdom, he's like the perfect token of Black inconsistency. He's the only one for high risk play for Team Black at all, while the rest of the team are always playing, always just taking the least big risk given the choice. And then you got Kingdom who just like, hey, Dragon, let's go. No, we're gonna try and keep the enemy from pushing here. And now the Pugna gets chopped down. Darkseeker next on the line. Maybe not as Darkseeker from out. Sven looking to cut down the Evident and will succeed in doing that. Maybe not. Dragon Knight, he went for the there. I definitely agree with the decision on Blink there. Not sure how much work medium hammers really got for the remainder of this game, and it could be short. If Team Black now just don't start the fight up by shotgunning down that first big target. It looks like LBZ, they're trying to have timing for the rush spawn to allow them for the G push here. But I want more of team fights. I really will want series go long. As long as we get more versus than I expected that I had. For now it's gonna be the Dragon Knight jumping in, trying initiation. Sven leaves 2 in exchange. He got He's got damage here for a little while, but that little bit of time will not be enough to keep the Sven from just freaking running all down the Queen of Pain. This out some extra damage. Sven gets tossed forward with the glove, slightly off the mark on the morphling, but with that Aghanim's he can at least chase down the Abaddon with ease. LBZS, they just want to win this game. But Team Black, they're playing around like GG push right now. They're afraid of that Sven ultimate being used for its full duration to its towers. They're playing.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
This insane contrast of Black being super defensive and super best depending on which position they're in. It's kind of what lost in the first game in the series here, and I'm just gonna call it here. This one is like 90% lost at least, 95 I dare say. There's still a slight chance that it comes for that Black needs all 5 of their heroes alive. Need to find the perfect blink stun. Shotgun, life drain, decrep, just throw all of their magic damage at the Sven at the beginning of the fight. And there's a bunch of saves. Was the Sven available on the side of LBZS? They are gonna lose Cat U on that task, but in exchange for that, Sven gets to be gobbled up and be split out because there's no mana. But he still wants to fly on in there. Disarm, I don't care. He says, fucks the BKB. 1 hit, 2 hit. He's not even hitting all that hard without his ultimate, but still hitting hard enough to kill off the Pugna. 15 seconds of left on the Morphling. 3 seconds left till the Sven ultimate. He does have mana for one more storm after. He's gonna throw that ultimate fly at Dragon Knight. Look at the damage he's dealing now. This is what he had hoped for. No more Stormhammer mana. He could just turn off the Darks here, but doesn't want to take the risk as Morphling has just returned. Morphling also committing that teleport just for the slight chance that the Sven would have turned around, would have committed there. Master trying to go for the rune, won't quite succeed in that, has to and down by the side of Team 5 of their heroes back again. Turning around for that quick Pugna kill, just using the full duration of the Sven ultimate because you can't really deactivate that save the rest of the time. But also the Silvers finally come out, allowing Sven to now just instant kill the Ascent too. More of a luxury item than anything else here, but more than the Aghanim Sven really doesn't need. and all 5 heroes are back from Team Black, but little does Team LBZS know that not all of them have committed to the fight yet. They think Pugna is lurking around here waiting for a good fight timing. Black are coming out really far, but I feel like
Top tower is under attack.
they just don't have the damage anymore other than the morphling, and with the morphling stage it's gonna be really hard. We do have a very nice 3-man wall. This could be it if it's the way for them to find the damage. This is it. It looks like the Sven is just too strong. Manages to get out of there so nobody can focus him down. It's only the Pugna dying so far, morphling barely dodging this snipe attempt. But Sven coming around with the silver edge. He will find the morphling, morph into himself, rocks the BKB, morph will wait for him out for another gobble to pursue. While the Dread gets killed up, Cass ends up dying in exchange for morphling, going down for 8 seconds.
Let's see if I can make the worst of a bad situation.
Yeah, this game's just about looking over. I mean, it kind of was over like 5-6 minutes ago when Black truly started to, you know, lack the damage. Dagon doesn't really do a lot anymore. Morphing E-Blade, despite scaling somewhat well, doesn't do enough of own at the Dragon Knight. Look at his items. Man, it's not really high impact.
Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
Darks here, I mean, I can't really call him not high impact, because when he fights those vacuum, he's, you know, dishing out like a ton of damage during those team fights, but I think a vacuum wall is too easy to play around against here. Queen of Pain comes forward, sets up Sven for another kill or two.
Dire's top tower is
Made
under
at
attack.
2. And now the push continue down this top lane. But GG already called from back there as they're starting to realize, hey guys, we've taken too many gambles that we lost. We here don't have to kill any one of these beefs anymore. That's called. And you know what? Still a very valiant performance from Team Black. It was such a close game for like 25 minutes or
Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Dire team pick. Ten seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
Vengeful spirit.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, and we're back with the second game
Radiant
of the
team.
day.
Drow Ranger.
Or at least second second game to the third series of the day. Almost forgot my colleague Harry Freak, of course, gave you guys 2 series before this one, but LBZS, look at that opener. We already know what they're going to do.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban.
Mars!
Radiant team ban.
And it looks like Team Black are gonna open with another one of those really well-known, infamous combos that pretty much anyone who likes to play pubs and try hard with a pre-made buddy or two has played or at least seen before. I mean,
5 seconds
this is just
remaining.
about your standard party queue picks, except that these teams, of course, should at least have a way better idea on how to run them. LBZS, they're immediately giving away what they're planning to do here.
Dire
But
team
I don't know, I mean-
Radiant team ban.
On the one hand, it's a Venge
Dire
kill. There
team
isn't many better combos, especially when it comes to sheer late game range damage output. The thing is though, Team Black, they already have a lane with insane kill potential. That's why the Mars Phoenix combo is that popular after all.
Radiant team ban.
You basically just kill off anyone from level 3 or level 4 whenever you spear them at somewhat low-ish health, meaning people just can't go in the lane against that combo too much. Once again, Drow Ranger, one of those carries you really need to shut down before she comes strong. She's gonna be really good at, you know, dodging stuff with the Hurricane Pike, with just about everything they have at their disposal. Like, you can swap the Drow out, you can build the Hurricane Pike on her, you can build a Force Staff on one of your supports, and you already have like 3 escapes for the Drow to save from the Mars initiation, so you have answer to that little initiation with that arena, which, you know, if you don't have any reliable answers, or your BKB is down to 5 seconds, and the enemy has something that goes through BKB in terms of disables, in this case the Phoenix Egg, just, you know, throwing that out there. Since the insane lane kill potential is
5
only
seconds
half of the
remaining.
reason why people like to run Mars Phoenix. If it was all about the early game kills, it would be Mars and Willow instead of one of the other insanely hard magical damage dealers throughout the early game. But the other good combo, of course, is that Mars is perfect for protecting that Phoenix Egg. Drow already forced to build a BKB here, and that BKB has only 5 seconds left. Phoenix should still have a good time finding those eggs, finding those good supernovas on the Drow Ranger. Team Black, they're confident enough with the team fight here. They pick up an Oracle too, which I think is a bit of a blocked pick, since Oracle, you really pick him when you have a carry that really benefits from that false promise. And right now, Juggernaut, I guess, I mean, you gotta build a healing ward. That works out well. But, I don't know, Jugger isn't exactly tanky, nor does he really need the false promise when the healing ward is out. And when you need the false promise, you don't have the healing ward anymore. That's usually how it goes. You're a Jugger, you throw it on your healing ward, you fight in it until it gets destroyed, and then run for your life to throw out an ultimate. I mean, it could just be a comfort pick. Team Black do know how to run that Oracle to a great extent, know exactly what they're doing on the hero. Team LBZS. They need a frontliner for the Drow. They got Dusk who can just kind of blink in. Snowball save her, she gets gone on. They got a Vengeful who's also great at saving her, but they don't have the frontliner to retreat after when you save that Drow Ranger. That's the Shadow Fiend, still not a frontliner, but at least you got that Requiem. If you have Shadow Fiend casting a Requiem with the Drow behind him, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna straight up die to the Requiem? Or... yeah.
5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban.
I mean, LBZS, I feel like their last pick should be something like Weaver? What? I like the first 3 bands before the Weaver a lot more. Tidehunter, Undying, Underlord, those are the type of heroes LBZS could really use. They want somebody to stand in front of the Drow, or at least for the Venge to stand behind and the Drow to stand in front when you're running in. So that if the Drow, the first one to engage, of course, after dishing out a couple of arrows, can get swapped behind you. I don't know. Who's still left? Centaur, Doom banned out 2, Snapfire. Oh man, they are really taking care of all of those beefcakes. But I feel like that would just make this such an easy to execute draft for LBZS without them getting punished for revealing that Drow Ranger so early, which of course could turn into a major issue if it were to happen.
Radiant team ban.
Okay, that last pick I'm really sad about, as some of you might know. I'm a big Invoker fan, but I also really love Invoker Juggernaut. You just Deafening Blast into Omnislash. You can, like, either Deafening Blast, alternatively Tornado into Meteor. There's a bunch of combos to just get rid of creeps while setting somebody up to be unable to, you know, juke the Omnislash, escape that somehow, disjointed, whatever you want to call it. We've got the Abaddon picked up now. That's interesting. I mean, it is a frontline, it is a good beefcake, yet more saves for the Drow range, because there is no such thing as saving the Drow too much.
Choose your hero.
And with the Queen of Pain last pick, we are preparing to load in. Team Black, they are really doubling down on the team fight. I feel like something like the Invoker would have given them better scaling, but last time it was really close and it really just depended on like two mistakes being made
10
before the
seconds
gold network
remaining.
finally developed in one direction and the game was
5
starting to
seconds
look
remaining.
very freaking hard. So chat, who do you favor in terms of draft? Because I'm definitely with LBZS on here. Mostly because they have that high risk of Drow Ranger, but aren't completely committed for that 4-1, whereas Team Black, they need both the Queen of Pain and the Juggernaut to hit the same timing. Of course, it kind of depends on the build that LBS is going to go, whether it's gonna be that Yule Scepter Blink Dagger instant, or whether it's gonna be a more right click or generally late game oriented Shadow Fiend. You can also always pick up Sheep Stick on the hero regardless of which build you go, which is gonna give you a ton of scaling, a ton of much control. And it looks like we are in.
Prepare for battle.
Like I said, I'm mostly still curious about the Shadow Fiend build here, but how they're gonna lane this could also turn out really interesting. I mean, the Venge Drow is better when it comes to harassing your opponents. Has a stun, so the Drow can always be saved with magic missile early on. But the Abaddon is just amazing when it comes to healing a squishy hero, and with that Aphotic Shield can frontline for the Drow as well. So either one would have a lot of merit to lane with the Drow. I guess it really depends on whether or not LBZS are gonna go for double melee or not here, since you are gonna take a lot of harass if you lane Tusk with freaking Abaddon. Then again, with that lot of harass you're taking, also comes a lot of kill potential if you have a chance to just dive somebody.
30 seconds to battle.
And Abaddon, he should fare well enough against Jugger Oracle. So I could see him get put onto this off lane. But that's the thing, the last game Black had two favorite lanes in terms of picks. The Pugna kind of outfarmed the Queen of Pain, but the Queen of Pain still ended up having so much impact with that level 6, as Queen of Pains usually do. And it's gonna be the Abaddon laning with the Drow Ranger, no double melee lane on that bottom lane. I mean, with Avenge you still have a stun, so it doesn't really diminish any of the tag team kill potential here. But we're gonna see whether the Drow Ranger is gonna get punished for a lack of a hard stun on this lane. We may see one early point in that Gust getting put in, just to deal with the Mars Spears, but you can already see the insane harass this lane has. And once you're at like half health and these two heroes have level 2, if you get speared to a 3, you're just dead. Aphotic Shield will not save you against that. For now it's level 1 spear just to harass the Drow Ranger a little bit more. All the lanes are just regen trading. On the bottom lane, that regen trading not looking all that good, with an Oracle already spamming out those fortresses, and he just wants to deal his damage, and man, what a lot of damage it is at level 1. The thing is, this Juggernaut is not really dependent on those spin kills as to make the most of his Battle Fury, but there is the tag team combo from the Venge and the Tusk. The armor reduction, definitely. Ton of kill potential. I would have loved one Valve point in the Magic Missile. Venge maybe considering that at level 2. Since Jugger may have ways to disjoint it, but Oracle really doesn't fare well against Lockdown. That hero relies so much on being able to respond. If you get ran at, even by just like one belly hero early on, you're gonna need to be able to cast your fucking fortunes, and you kind of rely on your toolkit so much during the first 3-4 levels. Denying one combo could be devastating. Kingdom gonna run the Xiaofu here. And while Jugger still trying to go for the spin kill, which will just nicely be saved by the Tusk. Evident on the top lane has gotten a kill and has died for that one. The Juggernaut now gets turned on, and Kingdom is gonna go down here on the bottom lane. Team Black, they try to get the Juggernaut momentum, try to get that spin kill, but instead they're at a really hard game state with the Drow already having a kill and an assist. Whereas over on the bottom lane, the Jugger just got shut down. This is like the worst case scenario. The enemy carry coming online while yours gets shut down already. If you have a carry like Juggernaut who really wants to be ahead of the curve, this could lead to a quick loss if Black don't make a comeback here, don't turn this back around. And we just saw how effective these snowball saves are. On that Vengeful Spirit, we're gonna see another one of them. Tag team activated there just for the slow, and Venge is gonna be able to get away perfectly. Team Black, I feel like they're really struggling with consistency issues with team play as well, and Abaddon, he wants to play this lane aggressively. He's actually maxing the Curse of Avernus here, which is gonna make MS life a lot more risky. This Drow Ranger is definitely not gonna have that good of a time. But in exchange for that, the kill potential is real. I mean, get stacks on somebody and they're just dead. In addition to that, you got the Drow dishing out tons of damage, and even if it's just trading regen early on without getting any good procs going. Oh, this may be more than just trading regen. Juggernaut has finally gotten a recovery kill on that Venge. Third try is gonna be the charm here, and that's gonna be a kill on the Mars over at the top lane. Abaddon barely able to walk away, but we really do see that kill potential that Abaddon can enable early on, especially for a greedy carry like Drow. I really like this little sinner. Wait, what? Don't ask me why they just dived the Phoenix. They straight up traded Phoenix for Abaddon, which Drow's really happy with since she's still going 2-0-2 with a significant amount of snow XP getting picked up by her. A really good item timing at this rate. But I kind of thought the action was over when Abaddon was low health. Instead, he just, you know, decides to kill himself to enable another kill. Black, based off that return kill on Juggernaut, they now don't have the worst of all lanes over on this bottom lane, but I still trust the position 3 Venge.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
This Venge can just be such high impact throughout the mid and late game, not just because of the armor reduction and a ton of like damage bonus from the aura. Mars goes down as well on the top lane, and Phoenix running for its life. Over on the bottom lane now, Oracle gets caught, trying to go for the runes, instead just straight up dying. Runes should still be split 50-50 thanks to a really good rotation from the Phoenix. Really good timing to drop low health there, especially with a set of Tranquils on you. As for the mid lane, which we haven't really talked about, the Queen of Pain is ever so slightly ahead of the Shadow Fiend, but with these two matchups, it's super even. It really just depends on which one is gonna find the first couple of kills. Since Shadow Fiend, he gets his kill potential at level 8, Queen of Pain gets hers at level 6 with that ultimate. And yeah, while the Queen of Pain may come online a little bit earlier, the Shadow Fiend with that like triple race combo isn't as cooldown dependent, can pretty much always teleport in to save teammates' life, and Phoenix made the mistake of walking up the high ground there, just gets taken off the map by Shadow Fiend. Is like, don't mind do. Team Black, they're actually surprisingly close in terms of gold net worth, and if they can get ahead, just like 1k in this laning stage and then find Juggernaut some space to farm, they can definitely still snowball out of control here. This is by no means looking anywhere near over. Oh my goodness, the snowball save though. Venge is just gonna die for that, as there is no snowball save against the Jugger spin. One very nice kill set up there. Over on the top lane, Mars died again to the Drow Ranger Abaddon combo. Abaddon debating on whether to continue the dive even for the Phoenix, but with that, the gold lead is gonna stay in the court of LBZS here. Drow's got that ultimate to free farm with at an insane pace, and well, free farming she will definitely do, because look at that, she's 2 levels ahead on the lane opponent here. Okay, Mars got a shield, that's cute and all, but this is like freaking 70 bonus physical damage to proc. That's gonna hurt, especially with how many arrows Drow can just spam out, a ton of agility she gets.
Killed.
Tusk looking to set up a kill on the bottom lane. The tag team ends just barely as he manages to lock down Kingdom, and Kingdom, he's starting to right-click hard. He does have that Omni Slash ready. No stun. Snowball is up though. And I think he's saving it for the Omni Slash, but look at that Omni Slash on the Venge. And Venge manages to put most of that damage into the creeps, but still Juggernaut just hitting too hard at this stage. With his crits, finally getting a couple of kills, finally getting stat items to rival those of the Drow, and switching over to Gold Network, we can see that it's really just the Drow and the Juggernaut getting money this game. Everybody else is poor. More so on the side of Team Black, as the Phoenix dies on top lane once again, and I don't think Shadow Fiend is too worried about the Queen of Pain being ahead right now, since he has his level 8, he is where he wants to be in terms of Necromastery, and Shadow Race, this is gonna be his main power spike, his first main power spike, and well, with the power, actually should just be a full right-click Shadow Fiend. I would love to see that here, mostly just because of with the Venge aura. Shadow Fiend's right clicks hitting so hard, so fast, is ridiculous. Venge and Tusk trying to fight once again. There is the tag team instantly countered with the False Promise, and with that it's not gonna be a fight here. Tusk just immediately blocks that clarity, sets up for the next fight. Queen of Pain came in, tried to snipe with that ultimate, but isn't gonna dive that deep with a vent, with a stun under the tower where people can TP. That would just straight up be suicide, so a wasted Queen of Pain ultimate there, and absolutely nothing she can do about that. And LBZS, they don't even want to push the issue here. They don't want to do anything other than have the Drow range of farm and farm some more, which right now is exactly what's happening, so it's up to Black to push the aggression. Without that Queen of Pain, they may have to wait for that to go off cooldown the next time.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
This parity between the Co-op ult and the Juggernaut ult, since I feel like smoking both of those heroes, just having both of your cores ult into 2 people, seems like such an easy way to, you know, freaking ruin this game. Or
I know I should respect the dead.
LBZS, man, what an annoying name to pronounce, but Queen of Pain is gonna die here. So while their name may be annoying to pronounce, their gameplay is definitely top notch. Well, Queen of Pain does manage to get away. Instead, it's gonna be the Oracle who just died to create space for the core there. Going down. Bounty rune-wise, it's still a very nice play here for Team Black, keeping the Gold Network at a 1k lead for LBZS so far. Abaddon may just be dead, but look at that huge Requiem. Abaddon's still gonna drop 1 raise, follow up Silence, 2 raises, and Drow just getting herself a double kill. Comes around the corner, is like, oh, thanks for the kills, and immediately goes back to farming. Having some insane GPM, and you want the Juggernaut to be where the Drow is right now. That's where that hero is meant to be. He just kind of operates by out-farming everyone. He is going for a Battle Fury to kind of catch up on that, but
Radiant structures are fortified.
this Drow, she just seems too strong, even surviving Mars ultimate there. Now Abaddon comes on in for the save, and well, that means Mars just dead. Monster kill on the Drow Ranger, who could really use some kind of a defensive item. I think she probably just has the entirety of Dragonlance coming in. Perhaps a Yasha, also a really good item on her. But yeah, Drow taking Queen of Pain ultimate to the face. They're just trying to get the act before the Drow dies. Drow still alive. Nice save with the shield, and she lives through all of that. Beyond Godlike with a triple kill now as Team Black tried to dive the hard carry. This is a repeat performance of game number 1, where it's all about diving the carries, and Team Black just kind of failed to do that again against the insane gameplay from him, as that's gonna be a tier 1 tower, dropping with Beast Drow, got the entirety of the Dragonlance with like 1.6k left, or I don't know, perhaps some lifesteal, perhaps the 4-staff component of that Hurricane Pike also really good, or you go for that Manta Stout if you feel so inclined. as he has all the options in the world, perhaps with that Beyond Godlike streak, if he wants to keep that safe while he's still worth a ton of money, maybe go for an early BKB here, yet another option, but all of the damage comes built in with the ultimate, so rush in that regard. Gonna get the next ultimate level soon. Then Vengeful now also decided to, you know, group up, roam with the Drow. The swap saves so far have been really on point, and looking at the items on the side of Team Black, it's gonna be Queen of Pain just now starting to go for her Orchid. Quite a bit behind on timing. And as for the Juggernaut, his items are all gonna depend on when he gets that Battle Fury, whether he gets it in time or not, and if he can use that Battle Fury to just straight up, you know, turn the pace of this game around, take things back in favor of Team Black, but right now it's not looking the part, I'm not gonna lie. 3k gold lead at like 12 minutes is just about the worst case scenario. Just because of Drow being that strong, having all the necessary things she needs right now. There's the reconnect and an instant go gets called.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Phoenix and dives on instant stun follow-ups to prevent the Icarus dive, and all the damage they can did out onto him. I don't think he's gonna make it through False Promise. There's a Mars also up to 3 as Team Black, they still want to turn this fight. They know they need to turn this fight. More like Oracle running for his life as the Mars gets swapped back into the Drow Ranger, and it's just dead, and the Oracle will fall as well. That's a 3 for nothing. LBZS continuing just force these fights, completely cutting Team Black off, and Team Black, their Jugger is free farming. He is gonna have some excellent Battle Fury timing, but can a Jugger with a Battle Fury timing compete against an 11-0-5 Drow Ranger? As he's also just going for the early stats, he just wants all of that agility he can get. Venge survives through the Omni Slash there, and that's 2 people sent to contest the Juggernaut, who's just getting kited around. Decides not quite to go back, but there's the Drow coming in. The spin not connecting. Jugger trying to spin out of there, and he will just by mere milliseconds. Man, that was close.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Tier 2, gonna be the next tower to fall.
Are fortified.
As the side of Team Black, they just don't have any item progression right now, and 4k gold lead gold-wise, yeah, I guess it's kind of fine with the Jugger still. Securing farm left and right, getting out of that really clutch situation at the bottom lane just a couple minutes ago. And a not insignificant chunk of that 4k gold lead, like 12k or something. It's just tower gold as well, but the thing is, Black are the team that wanted to be ahead from minute 1.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And it's gonna be the bot tier 2 tower, getting sieged down slowly by that Drow Ranger. Phoenix comes in, throws out the egg, they're gonna kill the Drow, ending her Beyond Godlike streak. She's worth like 600, 700 gold, swinging around to the Queen of Pain, but the fight is still going, and with a plus the Shadow Fiend, the damage is very much there. Shadow Fiend, he went for drums, he wants that full right click build, and he goes down as the Queen of Pain jumps on in now. Queen of Pain is gonna die for that play though, and Phoenix trying to enable them to get more than just those 2 kills, could die for that as well. The Drow dying pretty huge, lose that Beyond Godlike streak now before it's really too late for her to just instantly give a comeback. And didn't die to the Juggernaut either. I feel like if Juggernaut would have killed off the Drow, it would have been so much better, since he's all about his item timing at this stage of the game. Abaddon trying to run down the Phoenix, won't succeed. Juggernaut meanwhile kills off the Vengeful Spirit, and this could now be a really good fight. As the side of
I'll take that.
LBZS don't really have any cores in there anymore. So that goes to show LBZS, despite of how far they were ahead, they can still very much get cocky and then get punished for that. Drow saving up for the Saint Yasha. I still prefer to the Manta style build by a little bit, but the ability of a Manta style to dodge the Jagger ultimate is still something not to be underestimated. Drow just flash farming it up. Oh, no.
Dire's bottom
At the
tower
bottom
is
lane.
under
Her
attack.
farming speed is so fast, but Jagger can finally compete, finally keep up to a certain degree with that Battle Fury. Now going for a Yasha of his own. And on the mid lane, we could see a fight breaking out with the Phoenix rotating in from the back. The Queen of Pain gets rolled. That is just gonna blink out though. And with that, no engage in favor of Team Black happening. They need to fight without the Drow Ranger being able to rotate in, but it looks like instead Team Black just end up giving away a whole bunch of pickoffs. Honestly, they could have even let the Phoenix continue the Icarus dive. Like, how would he have cancelled this path? Probably up here, and then they had the Drow Ranger farming the engine camp here.
Dire's top tower is
I
under
kind of get
attack.
you don't want to give your enemy any options here. LBZS, they just want to end this. They just kind of want to get to the point where they win fight hard enough to take a Roche, use that to push towers,
Radiant
since
structures are
they are
fortified.
already dishing out that damage. They already hit the right click they need.
Dire's top tower has been denied.
No reason to play till the late game here. Yeah, Drow is an insane late game carry, but with Revenge, with this much of a lead, you do not need any more damage to take towers. And that's gonna be the Oracle dying over at the mid lane to a two-man gang squad. As now Queen of Pain almost got herself surrounded there, but it is a Queen of Pain who can always blink out. Gonna be the top tower pushed in next, and the scan just barely off the mark. Oh boy.
Radiant are scanning.
Okay. It is gonna be the Roche scouted out by the Team Black.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And, well, it's gonna be a very fast Roche kill at this rate. Phoenix comes in with the Sunray, gets swapped out of position. Magic Missile flies after him, commits the XP. The eventual shirt to run out. Queen of Pain comes on in. No managed to secure the Roche lasted, but Drow got herself the Aegis still. And Queen of Pain died for that pretty much instantaneously. Tusk still surviving, running around. Oracle has died. Now the Phoenix will be the next to fall, trying to get away with the power of Icarus dive. The full race, and the second one is gonna do the trick. Mars just throwing a spear to create some space. Talking of space, Juggernaut is really enjoying the sick amounts of space he's been getting. He is sitting on top of the gold net worth, finally getting the lead he needs, though. You usually want it at like the 15-minute mark, not the 20-minute
Radiant's
mark.
middle tower is under attack.
Gonna be the mid-tier 2 tower now. Just made an example of in terms of how hard
Radiant's middle tower
Team
has fallen.
LBZS can hit towers if they want to. Black have no choice but to mount a high ground defense already, since this game could end at 25-30 minutes if Black don't turn things around by then. There's gonna be a smoke up from the side of Team Black. It's gonna be caught immediately. Evident, the first one to get initiated on, will just get the ultimate up. Now Phoenix goes down. Drow Ranger just like 3-shotting people left and right. He has such an insane amount of damage with Imp-Claw now. At least if a procs crit and everything. It's gonna be killed on the She's gonna right-click people with Smarts now. He'll shut down. He will get the ultimate out, but there is no way he survives this with this amount of right-clicks from the Shadow Fiend alone. Let alone this headshot. He just body blocked for his team. Queen of Pain is still about to engage, but the fact that Black already have to rely on buybacks does go to show that they are getting desperate here. Juggernaut still continuing to inform, still continuing. She almost has seconds, which is gonna down 5. Finally being able to keep just playing some red. But already tier 3 dying. Nice Phoenix act there. But will not have the mark going down. No stun on anyone but the Angelo. With that, the Queen of Pain is getting snowballed out and 2 shots by the Drow Ranger. The Bayrex almost fallen. Jagger starting to push tier 3 of his own, so that's an Rex down already. That's the Phoenix down next.
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
LBZS continuing the aggression. Jugger pushing in really hard. Buyback committed from the Phoenix as well, but looks like it's going to be a 21-minute finish from LBZS here.
Radiant's middle tower
That's Ovich. Like, even if Juggernaut still kills somebody over in another corner of the...
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
It wouldn't matter. GG well played. Very well deserved. LBZS. This game it was very close. The second one, however, not at all. Just shutting down all the lanes perfectly here. I mean, kind of up for that Juggernaut to just carry them till the victory. And if he had 5 minutes better item, just having like